Hi guys, we're back with another video. We're going through episode 3 of DCSports87 Dollars. If you've missed the first 2 episodes, this series is me sitting in my cards into DC Sports and then tracking whether we can make or lose money while submitting. So far, after the first 2 episodes, we're at just over $1,200 profit. And I've honestly submitted around 30 to 40 submissions to DC Sports 87, and I've only just recently realized that I was making a massive mistake, as you can tell by the thumbnail and the title of this video. It's honestly cost me anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. I actually think it's more towards the higher end of the range I've just given, but I'll reveal that mistake to you guys later in the video. As always, I'm gonna go through what I bought the card for, any stories behind it, and at the end, we'll do a running tally and if we've made profit or not. But let's start off with the card that probably would have lost me money. It's the biggest card in here. It's a Morant optic out of 95, PSA 9. So when I actually bought this card, I bought it in a lot. I bought it in a lot for like 250 bucks, and it featured also a red, white, blue Prism PSA 9. There was a comp for this card specifically at like $500. It was an outlier, and I kind of had onto the card, selling it, and it just wouldn't sell at all. So I ended up just sitting into DC Sports. There have been some updated comps on it. So we can say the total cost of this card is around $225. So yeah, we'll see how we go. First card up. As we scroll, okay, so about 150 US, around 225 Australian, that's about $200. So I think it's about a $20 loss. Yeah, I couldn't sell it here. I find numbered prisms, optics, always kind of harder to sell. I think they're a little bit easier to move in America, even when there are comps favoring, yourself. I think people here are just, we have a smaller market here in Australia, but they're just, I feel like on-card autos, all that sort of stuff always move quite quicker as well. So start off there with a card that didn't go too well. Moving on, T. Higgins, immaculate RPA. So I told in a mail day, probably about a month ago back now, I bought 2 cards in the lot, Justin Fields, immaculate RPA, and this card as well. I kind of wish that I sent a T. Higgins one earlier, because I was kind of anticipating that he might have shifted towards another team and Justin Fields would stay. The opposite happened. Justin Fields ended up getting signed to the New York Jets, and I got a profit out of the card, but if I held it another week, I actually think the card would have went for double. Still made money on it. So this T. Higgins card had a cost of around $120 Australian. And let's see what it goes for. It's a very nice card. And we get around $180 to $190 Australian, fees taken out, $160, $170. So little profit there, which is always nice. And yeah, it's a really nice card. T. Higgins, it's going to be interesting with the Bengals, because Bengals have pretty much paid Burrow, Chase, and Higgins. You want to pay your defensive players, your offensive players, especially the offensive linemen. The Bengals always seem to struggle when it comes to protecting Burrow, and they've let Trey Hendrickson kind of walk, even though he got the most sacks last season, which is very interesting. I don't know if that's ever really happened before. All right, let's go on to the next 2 cards. Both these cards were sent into PSA, and I pretty much just want to make the grading costs back, because I've profited, made my money on the lot already. So just trying to make my $40 Australian back through grading. First one up is a Curtis Martin optic out of 19 or 17 optic contenders, PSA 9 auto 10. So we're hoping for, and we get a very nice profit there. So $87 US converts to around 135 Australian, and then with the fees taken out, we're looking at like 115, 120. So that is a really, really nice flip there from 40 into like that range. But again, these numbers may look a little bit skewed and inflated, because these were purchased in collections and lots that I've already made money on. Try not to have every single card in here that just boosts my numbers up, but I've got to still send cards into consignment somehow. And then the next card up is a Dan Marino. So I got this one in a collection. I had a bunch of these autos, which weren't authenticated, but I trusted the guy, and he said he got him signed in person. So I sent him to PSA. It came back as a PSA authentic. So we're just wanting 25 US plus, which we should get on a Dan Marino signed card, considering he's one of the all-time quarterbacks. And there you go. Very nice profit there. I didn't get a grade on it because, the actual order would have got a 10, I think, but the card itself, probably not. And you don't want that to kind of ruin the value of the card itself. So around $100, $90 with the fees taken out. And yeah, nice tidy profit there. Let's go on to the next one. So next one is a Garrett Crochet, or Crochet. I don't know how you say his last name. It's a baseball card. Another one I bought in a collection. I actually had it in my eBay store for, I reckon, at least a couple of years. And I had it listed for $30. Obviously, shipping to America, I've got it at around $20 to $25 Australian. And someone offered me $25 on it, and I was kind of like, why doesn't he just pay the full price for it? And I looked up comps, and his cards were selling for like $40 to $50. I don't know anything about baseball. He's a pitcher. So I was like, I'll just send it into consignment because I'll get more money there. So it's basically cost me $0, but I'd want at least $30 Australian because that's what I could have sold it for here going to America. And let's see. Very nice. So around $45 Australian from $31 US. So take the fees out. It's around $40. I don't know too much about baseball. I mean, yeah, people out there who watch baseball probably yelling at their screen now saying this guy's an unbelievable player, but I'm not going to pretend and lie that I know who he is. So I had it and I realized what it was going for, so I sent it in. All right, the next card up, Christian Okoye out of Panini 1, on-card order out of 99. Got this one from Card Hobby for around $20. I think you'll see the cost at the end. I actually can't remember everything off the top of my head. So we're wanting more than $20 Australian, which is around $12 to $13 US. It's a very nice card. It's this card here. I think this parallel is very nice in Panini 1. And let's see what we get. So we get around $33 to $34 Australian. So around, I'd say it's about a $10 profit there. So really nice cards in case. I really like this kind of background, this almost like galaxy sort of design. And obviously being in case and sealed as well. People always like that sort of stuff. Like it appeals to me, and I'm not even like the biggest NFL head, but this is a really cool card. Let's go on to some of the lower end cards and switch it up. So I ended up trying to find nearly every Terry McLaurin card that I've got in the background over there and just setting it into consignment. Because again, I've talked about it in other videos, his prices have just gone nuts. And a lot of these cards I got really cheap 3-4 years ago when I kind of was prospecting on him. He's a 2019 rookie as well. So yeah, it's been 6 years since then. So a lot of the prices I got back then, crazy. So let's just see if we can get it and try and beat what I got. I can't remember what I paid for this card. You'll see at the end, but it's an XR out of 199. These are a low end set from Panini. So around $13 to $14 with the fees taken out. So very nice. One gripe I will say about DC Sports, like I talk really high about them, but their photos could always be, a little bit better if like I kind of wish they were a little bit better, but I mean, it's not the worst, but yeah, if they had a scanner, it'd be great. But obviously you've got to fly through millions of cards all the time. Can't fault them for that. Like it's hard to get everything perfect, but really nice one there. Let's go on to the 3-time slam dunk champion. Slam dunk contest champion in McClung. This one's out of 149 Prism. I got this one off Card Hobby. Kind of wish I sent it a bit earlier. People have probably forgotten about him because he doesn't really do much other than win slam dunk contests. I got this one for $8. He's not in the main Prism set. It's actually from Chronicles. As you can see here, this is the blue variation. So this one's the red one. Yeah, let's see what we get here. Yeah, would have lost money on that one. So with a sale that low, $4 US, you take the fees out, it's pretty much got 1-to-1. So it's like $4 Australian, I'd say, with the fees taken out. And yeah, that's pretty much how I work out the lower end stuff. It's good to like send obviously the mid to high end stuff, but the low end stuff as well. If you can also clear them out and get and you've got it at a good price, you could make some money. But again, you just got to remember the fees and the percentage that DC Sports take out is a fair chunk for low end stuff, and it makes sense. They don't want people sending in 1 million base cards and then taking time out and losing that efficiency. You've got to try and balance that out. So I always try to send some nicer stuff as well, some lower end stuff. My next DC Sports video will be me sending in some dollar box stuff as well, some nicer stuff as well, but some dollar box cards that I found. But yeah, let's move on. Jalen Brunson out of 1, out of 99. I think I paid $5 Australian for this, so around $3 US. Let's see what we get. Very nice. The Jalen Brunson market is crazy. I mean, it makes sense. He's on the Knicks, big market team. $20 Australian, probably about $17 to $18 with the fees taken out. So tripling my money there. And yeah, this series is just looking good for me. And I'm trying to not to, make my numbers look good, but some of these cards as well, like you just know they're going to make money and you're struggling to sell it in Australia. Why not send it over there and just get the comp for it? All right, let's go back to some of the bigger cards. Next up, Bucky Irving. He played very well for the Buccaneers, rookie running back. Origins out of 49 order. I think I paid about $30 US, so around $45 Australian. Not going to really sell too well here. Let's see what we get. We get about, I'd say, slight profit, like enough to, maybe make $5 Australian on it, but a slight profit there. It is a sticker auto. And I mean, like, what is that auto? Like, it's not great at all. But yeah, really nice card there. And, you can't complain about a slight profit there. Yeah, let's go on to the next one. We have another Terry McLaurin. This one is the Spectra out of 35. So I think I paid about $10 to $15 Australian for it. I don't even know what comps are now. It's really hard to kind of find comps. And, being the NFL off season, prices can be a bit lower than where it should be. But yeah, I think at the point where I bought a lot of Terry McLaurin, I don't really kind of care where they go for, even if it's a little bit lower than normal, because it's still going to be hopefully more than where I got it. And we get, very nice, around $45. We'll say about $40 with the fees taken out. Very nice card as well. Yeah, I mean, like, look, if I tried to sell this on Whatnot, I think people will appreciate Terry McLaurin, but it's just not going to go for this amount. And I think you got to go for the bigger name players when it comes to Whatnot. So I'm doing my first Whatnot NFL stream this weekend. Yeah, this video will be out before this weekend. So if you guys are watching this here in Australia and you want to bid on some NFL stuff and win it on the comps, then go check it out. I'll put it in the description. But yeah, go check it out, support me, and try to lessen the loss of what I can do. But I've got a lot of NFL stuff anyways, and a lot of collections that I just want to clear out. So I don't really care about what most of them will go for, but there are a select few that I do care. Yeah, so next up, Terry McLaurin again. No, sorry, this is Jordan Love. So I got this one in a lot purchase recently when I was in the Philippines. I bought it in Australia, but I was in the Philippines when I bought it. I think I paid about $10 Australian for it as well. But Jordan Love, Illusions, Jumbo Jersey, rookie. Yeah, you want $10 plus for it to make a profit. And yeah, probably getting around $10 there. So we'll say it's about a break even. We'll work it out when DC Sports give me my totals at the end. $15 to $16 Australian converted, and then you take the fees out. You're probably looking at a slight profit there. I mean, this card, during the start of the NFL season last year, probably would have went for like triple the price, but he was still impressive. He just wasn't at that level that people were expecting him to be, and I think that's just what happens in the offseason for the NFL. People hype up players. I mean, this NFL offseason is going to be like your Jaden Daniels, your Caleb Williams with a new coach in Ben Johnson, and yeah, people will hype them up. And I just think it's not the greatest time to buy. Great time to flip and sell, but not the best time to buy and kind of hold long term. But I've kind of drifted away from that sort of stuff. Anyways, so now next up, Terry McLaurin again. Select out of 75 die cut Premier. Can't remember what I bought this for. And we get around, I'd say $25 with the fees taken out. Very nice. I always find die cuts, they're not as desirable, because they're not, I guess, the rectangular traditional shape, but then also harder to grade as well with the amount of corners. I mean, it kind of looks like there's a bit of lifting here, but I'm pretty sure that's just the sleeve I put it in. But yeah, $25 for that one. Next up, 2018. What is this card? It's funny when I don't know half the cards. All right, so Adam Jones. I got this card for $4, and with NFL, a lot of the cards aren't game worn or even player worn, and I bought it for $4. It's a nice chunky patch, had some good seasons. He's retired now, and then looked on the back when I received it, and it's actually game worn. And I was like, geez, that's a rarity. So sent it in. It's a very nice chunky patch. You'll see. I'll put it up here so you can kind of see. But that's a very nice patch, like 3-color patch there. Game worn as well. Rarity in the NFL. We get about $12 to $13 with the fees taken out. So tripling my money there from $4. Not getting rich by any means doing that, but if I do that a million times, we will get rich. But it's just the effort behind it. But yeah, really cool card. 3-color patch, game worn. Always a tick in my books. Next up, we're going to go with another Terry McLaurin. I told you we are just Terry McLaurin focused for this submission. Nothing massive. I've sold all my massive cards ages ago, unfortunately. So this is a gold standard prime patch out of 49. I think I got this one in a lot purchase, so I don't think I actually paid too much for it, so I'll take whatever. And we get, it's a 3-color patch. Okay, I thought that would have went for more, but we'll say about $12 to $13 Australian with the fees taken out. Yeah, not going to complain in terms of the price that I paid for it. And yeah, you'll see at the end what I did pay for it. So we'll take that. Not a bad one there. Next up, we have, okay, so this is from Spectra. This is from the NFL lot I got recently. It was $10. I did buy on comments through Facebook, so I paid $10 Australian for it, around $6 to $7 US. We're trying to just look and beat that number. John Taylor out of 50 Spectra Auto. It is sticker. And we get around $21 to $22 Australian, with the fees taken out about $19 to $20. So again, doubling my money there. Sticker auto, which is a little bit annoying, but I assume he's a legend for the 49ers. Not going to pretend I know who he is. But yeah, making money on that one. Next up, 2019 Immaculate. What is this? Easton Stick. Okay, so I got this one in an NFL lot with a bunch of no-name quarterbacks. It's Immaculate RPA. It's actually a gorgeous card. I should do this before the end of I kind of scroll down so you guys can see the card itself. But 4-color patch, on-card auto. I think these are actually player worn because it's 2019, so this is when they actually did wear stuff. But yeah, not a big name player by any means. And yeah, going for around, I'd say $7 Australian with the fees taken out. I thought it would go for more, and I've got a lot of other Easton Stick, Jake Hayner, cards that I purchased in that lot. I did make money on that lot though, because I had a Trey Lance one, which was in a previous DC Sports submission that kind of carried and made the amount back. But yeah, we've got to kind of try to bulk up these submissions a little bit. All right, we've got 3 cards left. So we have another, I think this is the last Terry McLaurin. This is the Phoenix out of 199. Phoenix is one of my favorite sets, and I'm glad they brought it to the NBA this season. Finding a lot of Prism-like cards with the quality, and then numbered cards as well. Pink out of 199, relatively low-end set, you could say. And we get around $15 Australian, so around $12 to $13 with the fees taken out. I can't remember on the top of my head what I bought it for, so yeah, we will take that. And then we'll move on to the Josh Hart. So this one's out of 199 Prism. Got this one in a lot. I think I probably put a cost of around $5 for it. Yeah, playing very well for the Knicks. I think is a perfect representation of the identity they're trying to build at the New York Knicks at the moment. Yeah, let's see what it goes for. And we get around, yeah, I'd say $12 to $13. It looks like the range that I'm kind of submitting is around there, but we have a lot of the high-end stuff to kind of balance it out. I think also the danger of seeing a lot of low-end stuff is you got to remember when you're sending low-end stuff, it's a lot of bulk, a lot of weight, and it does cost a fair bit to send to America. So yeah, it might cost you $35 to $50 to send there, and you don't want to send there and have the postage cost, which I always include at the end with my totals, kind of chewing up a fair bit of that amount. But yeah, very nice one there. And then the very last card here, Riley Moss, cornerback for the Denver Broncos. Him and Cooper DeJean are holding down the white cornerbacks in the NFL at the moment. Paid $10 for this one in a bargain box. So $6 to $7 US is what we're looking for, plus more. And we lose money on that one. So the bargain box stuff doesn't always work out. And yeah, we probably made about $5 to $6 Australian with the fees taken out. Yeah, you're looking at like a $5 loss there. So not a good way to end it off, but let's see how we went in the end. And I'll also tell you guys the massive mistake that I've been making over the years of consigning to DC Sports. All right, so let's summarize episode 3. Obviously, we had the Morant, which didn't go too well and lost us $31. Like I said, it was one I just wanted to get rid of. I find optics really hard to sell, but on the most, on the good side, like most of these did pretty well. A lot of the cheaper stuff lost money, but that's kind of where you want to lose money on versus the more expensive stuff. And then, yeah, I mean, like I said, these numbers are can be quite inflated because of these cards, because I bought them in collections and I've sold them off. And then cards as well that cost me $0 because, again, other collections I've profit on, and I'm just sending them in to kind of clear out stuff because they're going to do well. But yeah, let's get an update on episode 3 and our totals, our profit and loss, and see where we're at the moment in 3, 2, 1. So on that episode, we had our smallest one for the series so far, $247. It's still profit at the end of the day, but that brings our total profit and loss for the 3 episodes at $1,451.75. Yeah, and like I said at the start, I also include the postage costs there, so I'm not just like sending in cards and making it look good. But yeah, so far, so good. It's looking very nice. And let's talk about the massive mistake I've been making when consigning my cards to DC Sports. So I could have presented this a little bit better, but I've talked about it before. When it comes to withdrawing your money from DC Sports, you just do it, well, this is where the mistake is. You can do it through PayPal, but when you send it through PayPal, you've got the goods and services fee because that's how DC Sports send it. Plus, you also have to deal with the exchange rate. So I did this a couple of weeks ago, kind of just to draft it up. The exchange rates might not be accurate as of the time the video does come out, but I'm going to show you exactly where the difference is. So let's say you sell at DC Sports and you get $1,000 US, which is quite achievable if you're setting in some bigger cards. If you send it through PayPal, the final balance that comes out through PayPal is $971 US, and you're going to get $25 taken out due to goods and services. PayPal offer a lower exchange rate. Yeah, you'll see it when I compare it to the other option, but they offer a lower exchange rate. So I kind of got around this because I knew some people in Australia that wanted US to kind of buy boxes in America. So I was actually able to convert at a pretty close price to what Google would say. But yeah, this is $1.52. So in the end, it comes out from $1,000 US, you end up getting a final amount converted into your bank account at $1,478.83 Australian. So I did the other side at the exact same time. So all these exchange rates were right 2 weeks ago. And the other way of doing it is via ACH, which is, I think, a bank transfer in America to a Wise account. And you can make a USA bank account through Wise and then transfer it at a competitive rate on Wise as well, because Wise do really good conversion rates. And you can see the difference I get on here through $1,000. So let's open this up now. And so let's show the starting point. So from $1,000 US, you convert it through ACH and pay it out from DC Sports. They only charge $1 to transfer via ACH. So you lose $1. So you're already losing, it's $28 already you've saved up from transferring via PayPal. Wise do have a fee when you convert from US to Australian, and that fee is $2.79. And then the exchange rate at the time when I did it from PayPal versus Wise was $1.59, so 7 cents more. You look at that final rate that gets transferred into my bank account, and I've tested this already. It got paid out to my bank account with no issues. $1,579.19 with a total difference of $100 Australian. Now, this is $1,000 US. I've had shipments which have made this amount, and you think about the 30 to 40 shipments that I've sent in, and I've done it the exact same way through PayPal. Like, I'm not going to say every single one was $1,000 US, but you're looking at a potential loss to me. It could be anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000. I don't really want to work that out in my head, but if you guys don't want to be making the same mistake yourself, go on to Wise, set yourself up an account, and then make a USA bank account. It's very easy. You just have to verify yourself, and then you can transfer, convert to your Australian bank account. So there is the $1,000+ mistake I was making when consigning my cards onto DC Sports. Now, I appreciate you guys for checking out the video as always. You guys have been supporting this series massively. If you appreciate the help I've been giving out on this video as well, please leave a like down below. Comment down below that this helped you out as well, because I know a lot of you guys probably have been doing it the wrong way like I have. And also hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't subscribed already. I appreciate you all as always. Go check out my Whatnot stream this weekend for NFL, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Take care.